Okay, so I want to read out this comment and I want everybody to tell me if they agree with it. This one's from LJ.138. The one good thing to come out of all of this is the enormous sense of solidarity between all countries except the US. I'm Australian and I stand with Canada. I've been to the US, frankly, it wasn't that great, but I will never go again. Even in a few decades when they will probably think they've made up for their current appalling behavior, I won't forget, and I will hold them all to account. Now, this comment here, it resonates with me a lot. Because I totally agree in a few decades, I'm not going to forget what happened starting in 2025. But the biggest thing in this comment is the solidarity forming between all of our different countries. Now, I've said in my past videos in the beginning, I kind of felt like Canada was alone. Especially since we were the first target of Taco Tuesday. And especially when your inner circle really isn't too bothered by it. But as this channel grew, I guess you can say the first phase was Canadians standing together. And then I started noticing more Australians watching my videos. Then I started noticing more people from the UK watching as well. Then viewers from Sweden, Belgium, Netherlands, Denmark. And then it further expanded into countries that I didn't think would be watching my videos. Like Brazil, Argentina, Singapore, and even Hong Kong. Which is why LJ's comment here when he says he feels an enormous sense of solidarity between all of our countries, it really hits home for me. And I know it means a lot to the Canadians watching right now. So back by popular demand, because it seems like you guys liked my last video, I'll be reading out some comments from our international viewers who are showing solidarity with Canada. These comments I will read out are in no particular order at all. So let's get started. This one's from WaterLily220. As I read the comments from Canadians, I'm pleased to see how pissed off you are, because that is exactly what the US needs. This country needs to feel like a pariah so that the gravity of the situation begins to sink in. I'm proud of you, Canada. Elbows up. This Mexican loves you. Appreciate the support from Mexico. This next one is from RG3456-I4X. UK here. I'm so proud of your people and their own morals and pride. I only wish my government had taken the same stance from day one as yours has done. You are a country we shall all aspire to be when facing a bully. You are a country we shall all aspire to be in basic international diplomacy. The way you as people have learned to say, Taco Tuesday, go F yourself with dignity, humility, and humor is awesome. Elbows up. I think every Canadian has their own way of telling Taco Trump to go F off. This next one is from Treading the Boards 2875. Good day, GTL. As a Melbourne, Australia here. Actually, you know what? I just found out yesterday on my Discord server from one of our Australia viewers. I've been saying Melbourne wrong. It's actually Melbourne. That's my bad on that one. I love your videos and fully support you in Canada. You are more welcome to visit here. If you come when I am in the community theater stage play or direct one, I send you some complimentary tickets. Thank you. We have just received news report that states that Trump is putting a ban on Aussie tourists. As stated from the report, Australians would not be able to fly into the most popular entry points in the US under a plan proposed by the Trump administration. A proposal from the Homeland Security Secretary Mark Wayne Mullins would stop sanctuary cities from being able to host international airports. A sanctuary city is a place where local law enforcement does not hand over undocumented migrants to federal authorities for deportation. It makes me wonder which other countries would be placed on Trump's tourism ban list. Although I do ask myself, who in their right mind would want to visit the United States of Trump? My daughter has many friends in America and has had many great trips there. Those friends are now asking my daughter what life is like here in Australia. Now, yesterday I did a report on Mark Wayne Mullins and his plan to draft up a plan to ban international travel into the sanctuary cities. And if Australians want to go to the United States, I would think the first port of entry would probably be at Los Angeles and San Francisco. But if Mark Wayne Mullins' plan does go through and no international flights are allowed into these airports, like I said in my last video, say goodbye to a lot of international tourism into the United States. But then again, you're not missing too much these days. This next one is from MAGA-Denmark. To know we are united against the United States is empowering. Love from Denmark. You know, since I started this channel, I have never spoken to this many people from Denmark via email. And it's comforting to know that our countries are getting closer together. Not just on a government level, but citizen level as well. Because on the citizen level, we can understand each other. And when it comes to Canada, Denmark, and Greenland, we do have something in common. This next one comes from Cola Meat 9523. Danish vet here. We feel so lost and disappointed in the USA. Our relationship is now broken and will be very hard to fix. This next one is from Joe MCK74. I'm in Scotland and I'm really impressed and proud of Canadians for the way they've made the decision as a nation without any kind of organization promotion. The way tens of millions of people just decided as one to start boycotting the US goods and travel, and have shown no signs of getting distracted or lured back with insincere pleas. Yeah, we're definitely not going to be lured back. I mean, I think by now everybody, across the world can see the tactics that the United States tourism industry is using. Discounts, promo codes. That's just not going to work on us. And especially with my YouTube channel, I feel it's kind of like my duty to call this stuff out. This next one is from John VK. From the Netherlands, we are always on your side, and we will always stand to the left and right of you to face our common enemy head on. You have no idea, well, I think you actually do have a pretty good idea of how much we actually respect Canadians in Canada. All of them. Your fallen heroes from World War II that saved us are being honored and taken care of every single day. And I, for one, will keep doing that until the day I expire. Very, very tight bonds between our two nations. And keep doing what you're doing, my friend. Your message is being received loud and clear. I thank you for that, and the Netherlands is a place on my bucket list. I do hope to get there one day. This next one is from Ippy168. The way they seamlessly combine begging, blaming, denial, and playing victim threats, it's at the point where it becomes an art form. Maybe even more impressive the way they cling on to their illusions of Canadians being cowardly, weak-minded, spineless, blind, uninformed, willing puppets to the US. Boggles the mind. Anywho, hope everyone will stand fast when it comes to the World Cup and the Olympic Games in the US. Especially the hardcore fans. Make us proud, please. Keeping my elbows way up. Much love and respect from the Netherlands. I do wonder if the United States is going to learn when it comes to the Olympics. Are they going to make the same mistakes? Are the hotels going to be jacking up the price again? I'm going to say history repeats itself. Thanks for the support from the Netherlands. This next one here is from Sandra Puzzles and Meows. She must have a cat. Sweet here. I have been boycotting US-made products before the tariffs even took into effect. The tariffs aren't the biggest issue here in my opinion. It's the bullying of allies, the blatant disrespect of others, and literal war crimes. Never ever will I buy anything they try to sell again. Sweden stands with Canada and all the other countries that have been threatened. Make America go away. I have much respect for Sweden, because you have 3 citizens who did so much for my city. Daniel and Henrik Sedin and Marcus Naslund. They didn't make just an impact on the ice, they helped the city itself, with their volunteer work with the communities and also their donations. So thank you for your support from Sweden, and I do hope that we buy your fighter jets soon. This next one is from Bethy4WFH. This is the first video of yours I have watched, and it's interesting to hear what the current situation is in Canada. Please, Canadians, don't ease up on your retaliation to the Orange Twerp. Orange Twerp, that's funny. Or his successor should be someone in the same mindset. Holidays for Canadians. Please come to Europe, that includes the UK. Most of our countries still remember how the Canadians fought for them in World War II. And you will always be very welcome. Respect from England. Well, thank you for supporting Canada, and also my channel as well, and I hope to see you again. This next one here is from John Darnbro. It's going to take a decade to repair the damage that Taco Tuesday is causing. I'm from the UK, and have cut US products and services out of my life. I was going to do a trip of a lifetime and spend up to 6 weeks driving Route 66. Not a chance in hell now. Canada does look wonderfully inviting, and that's where I intend to visit. Why I didn't think of this before? I couldn't tell you because we don't have close ties with Canada. I think our government in the UK needs to make more of our connections and push ideas that it's a great place to visit. Love the content, by the way. Appreciate the support from my channel, and to be honest, I don't blame you for not knowing much about Canada, because I think a lot of Canadians are in the same place as well. Too many of us were too used to going to the United States for our monthly or yearly trips, and that's changing now, and I think we're just discovering the rest of the world. This next one is from Cali I'm sorry, I butchered your name. South American here, from quite south of it. We don't receive as many USA Americans here in other places, and I haven't experienced bad behavior in general. However, we have received a few USA Americans, immigrants, in the later years. And recently I saw a USA flag in front of a house. It's not very common here, and it kind of bothered me. I left wondering if these people were MAGA, since they tend to associate heavy patriotism with right-wing politics. And also, I have decided not to visit the USA, not even if they give me a whole trip. I would visit Canada though. I find myself admiring Canadians more and more each day. It's hard to say whether those US citizens that put up the flag are MAGA. But I guess if you start noticing them wearing the flag as like a shirt or a pants, you might have your answer. Actually, hell, you know what? If I were you, I would just go up to them and say hi, and just start talking to them. The second you talk to them, you can probably tell who they voted for. This next one here is from SRJ607Able. As Belgian, all my friends and family were not going. Too much of a hassle, not gonna lie. Also, we beat the US 5-2 a couple weeks ago, and the Yanks are still crying about it. I don't think the World Cup is gonna flop, but I do see it underwhelming with a lot of issues. Anyways, good content matter for you for the foreseeable future. Sounds like we have someone that was thinking about going to the World Cup, but decided not to. So you just gotta wonder how many other people made this decision as well. Thanks for supporting my channel. This next one is from rwag6848. Good to hear you mention that it's an international boycott, not just a Canadian one. Canada will no doubt lead the way, as you had annexation threats as well as tariffs. But we are the true allies that stand together, not the US fair weather friend version. No US travel nor products. KFC, Kiwis for Canadians. I thank you for your support all the way from New Zealand. This next one's an older comment from Ivo Kostov 2676 from Bulgaria. I feel like Americans have any idea what long-term consequence and lack of impulse control. Glad to see Canada is doing the right thing. How he talks about money, 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 nothing else matters. Everything is transactional. Yeah, doesn't speak too well for that nation. Well, you got that right. Everything is about money at the moment. And everything is transactional with them. Not just the guy at the top, but for a lot of businesses as well. I appreciate the support from Bulgaria. This next one is from Noxus. Sorry if I mispronounced it. I'm from Finland and I'm appalled by everything the USA has done. What's more sad is how lightly other Finns seem to be taking it. I totally understand your frustration. I mean, we have those kind of people in Canada as well. I mean, our country's sovereignty is being threatened, and there are Canadians out there that really don't care. They just want to go on about their day. But personally, and this is just my guess and feeling, I feel that every day that goes by, there's more and more people starting to turn their backs on the US. Okay, I have a few more and I'm going to wrap up this video. This one is from Kefton27. To the people in the countries mentioned in this video, please accept my sincerest apologies for our nation's treatment to all of you. I am not and have never been a voter of the spray tan pedophile, but I'm still very sorry for your treatment to all of you, especially those who supported us and gave their lives doing so. Shameful that we are collectively. All of us in the US have to suffer the burden of these actions. The embarrassment is eternal and unable to be removed. Know that many of us Americans feel the same way as what we stated in the letter. Many of us think so highly of our friends from the countries mentioned. I hope we can make you proud once again. Do I ever. Cheers all. Now, I know some of you are probably thinking, why is GTL featuring some US comments? Well, I have to remember there are still some critical thinking US citizens out there. Ones that know their country is doing wrong. And also know that their fellow citizens are like drunk on hate and racism. It's definitely easier for the international community just to say, you know what, you guys are on your own. Figure out your own problem. And to a sense, I agree with that as well. But at the same time, we can also show support to those US citizens who do have critical thinking, who are trying to make a difference, who are being the resistance. We may not help them financially, or physically, or digitally. Digitally meaning that, yeah, some of you guys know this. I actually had some US citizens before tell me that I should be promoting US businesses that are hurting right now. Like, no, not a chance in hell. That person that requested that I do that, she was not a critical thinking US citizen. But how I say it right now is, it's like a friend who did all the drugs in the world and needs to go to rehab. You can't fix him. He can only fix himself. And you can encourage him. But that's about it. Alright, I got one more comment I want to go through, because the co-host is starting to get a little antsy. I'm sure you guys can hear it in the background. This next one here is from Bradley Ard 4195. Or is that Bradley Yard? Sorry, Brad. As an American, to everyone saying they won't forgive the United States for everything going on right now, I can't blame you. The unfortunate truth is, the majority of Americans voted this guy currently running our country into office, and we have to reckon with that. Even those who never voted for him, we share the responsibility. This is a critical thinking US citizen. We voted for weak politicians who refused to stand up against this. We could have and should have been louder. We could have been smarter about how we side campaigned. We could be far more respectful, not just to our neighbors, but to the rest of the world. We have plenty of blame to shoulder in this. To be perfectly honest, there's a lot of Americans I refuse to forgive, and I have to live around those fuckers. It's depressing and pathetic. So what I just showed you is two US citizens who have critical thinking. They are taking responsibility for what their country has done, and not playing the victim and trying to blame somebody else. So to the two US viewers that I just showed, as well as the US viewers that support my channel, I do hope your country does go through the rehab process, and I do hope for a better outcome. It might take decades or generations, but it's got to start somewhere. But to my Canadian viewers watching this, I really do hope that this kind of refills your boycott and also makes you feel closer to the rest of the world. And to the international viewers that support my channel, I really appreciate you posting these comments, and I'll continue to do them moving forward. To close off this video, I would like to thank Churchill from our Discord server for posting this photo of Kakabaka Falls in Northern Ontario. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know this place existed, but it looks amazing. Hopefully our viewers decide to put this on a list of places to visit. So thank you again, Churchill, for sharing this with the community. Alright, I gotta get going. The co-host is a little antsy. She starts knocking things over. If you found any value in anything I said today, or you want to hear more from a Canadian and international point of view, without the US media bias, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below. That way you'll be notified on my future videos. And don't forget to hit the bell icon and select all. That way you won't miss any videos. And if you want to see more of my videos, check out the ones that are going to show up on your screen shortly. Thanks everyone. I'll catch you in the next one. Alright, we're done.